Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're going to look at the top new Patreon of 2021, Fresh Women. This college harem visual novel is available for PC, SteamOS, and Linux on Steam, with Mac and Android versions also available on their Patreon and itch.io. When Fresh Women launched on Patreon in April of 2021, it quickly rocketed to the top of the new games Patreon list. For me, it was easy to see why. The renders looked great, the story was fun and quirky, and most importantly, the first build was longer than what we usually see with early games. With this week's Steam release, we now have 5 chapters that are probably around 8 to 10 hours long, depending on how fast you read. My playthrough for this review was one path, and it took me around 5 hours. The developer, Opieman, has stated that subsequent seasons will be available as DLC, but no pricing has been announced yet for those later seasons. While this game has received almost universal acclaim, the biggest pushback I have heard about Fresh Women is from other game developers in our industry. I get that many of them are struggling to succeed in a highly competitive industry, and this game basically came out of nowhere to achieve some level of financial success. But this only reinforces how important the right combination of flavors, high-quality renders, and animations matters to many people who play these games. People don't go to a Michael Bay movie for the engaging dialogue. They go for the explosions. Not every game in our industry needs to be an exploration of love and the human condition. Sometimes people just want a beautiful-looking, zany comedy involving a college harem. Graphically, Fresh Women is beautiful. The renders and lighting of the characters and background are fantastic, and the animations of the sexual interactions are some of the best I've seen. Unfortunately, they are silent, and the early game content is not always animated. The music is decent, and the songs are an assorted range of chill, pop, and techno. Flavor-wise, this is a mostly male, heterosexual college harem adventure. There is also exhibitionism, humor, group, lesbian, romance, voyeurism, and power exchange. There's also some Notori content when you pursue someone else's romantic partner, but nobody is cheating on the main character. This is peak male power fantasy here, so that is not a concern. Given the nature of this game, it is reasonable that comparisons will be made to Being a Dick or College Kings. While the story and theme of Fresh Women is similar to those two, this is a more standard visual novel with branching paths. While there are items to unlock and Steam achievements to earn, there are no mini-games or other gameplay mechanics. The biggest draw here is definitely the characters and animations. Don't get me wrong, they look amazing, but if you are looking for a greater depth of gameplay than a standard visual novel, then you may not enjoy Fresh Women. There are also some weird attention to detail aspects throughout the game as well. For example, the coffee shop has blackboards, but instead of having coffee shop related content, these are obviously assets from a classroom, because they have equations on them. Taking a shower is odd too, because the water doesn't come from the shower head. Instead, you're just surrounded by the mist. Maybe this is some type of futuristic zero-G shower, and if so, that is awesome, and I apologize. Overall, if you enjoy college harem visual novels, you are going to love Fresh Women. The story and pacing are decent and don't detract from the quality of the characters and the animations. Just be aware that this is what you are likely going to be playing the game for. No one is ever going to accuse Michael Bay of being Shakespeare, and no one should go into this game expecting more than a lighthearted and whimsical college romp. I mean, seriously, there is an eyes wide shut dance routine in this game. Let me know what you think. How does Fresh Women stand apart from all the other college harem games currently on the market? What do you enjoy the most, and what do you wish was different? I think there is room for both fun and more serious works in this space. But then, I am all about no shaming, just gaming. Thanks to all this month's support on Patreon. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you all.